And obviously we had a tough loss last night, a pretty big defeat. But the only direction that we can go from here is up. And I think each and every individual needs to really understand what they need to do in order to get better. And we got to be honest with each other. And I think we've had some really good discussions in the dressing room around how we can get better and things that we need to do to improve. Um, Look, and whatever 11 that we feel, I just think is adequate and able to do the job for GT. Um, the biggest thing sometimes when we might not feel things are going according to plan is for us to really come closer together and really talk about how we can get better. To me, when I see us play, when I see a lot of teams play who might not necessarily be having the greatest times, it's not necessarily a skills issue. For me, it's more or less being switched on in those big moments in the game, and I think that's where the games are won and lost. So it's just understanding what's in front of you at that particular time and trying to, outdo the opposition in that particular moment. Whatever position I'm needed at is ideal for me. Gone are the days that I think about things falling into my lap the way I want it to be. So for me, it's more or less adjusting to what the team needs and getting the job done. Me personally, I came here ready. I came here to play, and yeah, whenever I do get an opportunity, I really want to grab it with both hands and enjoy it. Just enjoy the experience. So, and I help this team to win cricket matches. So, I mean, that's as simple as I can put it. Well, I've been bowling for overs my whole career, so I don't see it being anything different.
Right.
But again, like whatever the team needs, I'm just ready to go and yeah, come and do a good job for them. Look, that's not for me to make a call on. That's for the management, and they've been doing an excellent job over the years of selecting their teams. For us as individuals and players, we just got to be ready when called upon. For us getting consumed with when to play or who's to play or if not to play or if this person should be playing or not, to me it just consumes a lot of unnecessary energy. Your job as an individual player is to be ready and just come in and do a job for the team when called upon. The rest of it is out of our hands. So I wouldn't even get sucked into who should play or where people should bat or bowl. It's just more or less, what is required for us as a team to win. And if it means that a player must battle to position, for example's sake, or a player must bowl over that he might not traditionally bowl, but it's for the sake of the team. We just got to be able to adjust and get the job done. We've got a lot of talented players. I mean, every team has got a lot of talented players, but everything will not ideally fall into place for each and every individual. There are going to be some people that are going to be playing out of their comfort zone. And in times, it may seem that way, and then at other times, it may fall into their comfort zone. That's just how life goes. So, again, we've got a lot of talent, and I expect that the boys will be ready and ready to go whenever called upon. But when it comes to decisions and calls being made, it's out of our hands. It's more or less us being ready to play when called upon. Yeah, it's really good to see young bowlers not only coming with skill, but coming with pace as well, too. I think that's the most refreshing thing to see young bowlers come in and bowl at 145 kilometers per hour consistently. Ashok has been one of those guys who's really impressed me on that front because he's got pace. Seeing past his pace is his skill. You see his slower balls, you see him being able to nail Yorkers. And over a period of time, he'll gain experience, he'll gain knowledge and understand when to bowl these deliveries and the best time based on the conditions that he's faced with. So, look, I'm really excited to see his progress. I just said actually in an interview before that I think he's one to watch out for. If he remains fit, he remains hungry. I think that he can definitely go places because one of the things I've learned, you can't train pace. You either got pace or you don't have pace. It's not something that I see a lot of people be able to train and get. Oh, get quicker, yes, but sustain it without being injured or out from the game for a very long time. So he's got a natural gift of being quick, but added with some skill as well too. So I guess with more experience and more knowledge around the game, I expect pretty good things from him. Look, I think that whenever you get a chance, you could speak to Nicholas directly and I'll find out his position on it. Again, I think you bring me into territory that I don't really want to get into. That's beyond me. Nicholas and I are very good. I think he's a hell of a player. He's a world-class player. In life, everything doesn't really align the way we want it to align, when we want it to align. He's obviously had a slow start to this year's IPL. But look, we're not even halfway through the tournament yet. So I expect somebody like him to really bounce back and come back really strong because we all know what he can do when he gets going. So it's a matter for him just to stay true to himself, try not to panic, try not to get too consumed with what's going on. And we know that a player of his caliber will deliver. He definitely will deliver. There's no doubt about it.